long lines, oversleeping, and less than stellar food.
We are about to have the worst day ever in Disney World. Let's go. We are here today in Hollywood Studios, and we are legitimately going to have the worst day ever. But it's according to you guys. We asked you over on our Instagram stories what you thought would make the worst day ever in Disney World, and you responded. We are going to get in the long lines, we overslept, we're doing all the jazz.
We are here to show you what not to do on your Disney World vacation. But if you do these, here are a few tips and tricks to help you along the way.
Okay, so last night I asked you guys over on our Instagram stories at AllEars.net, if you want to follow, what you guys think a worst day in Hollywood Studios looks like. You sent a lot of responses, and we're going to try to do as many as we can today. And some of them were interesting.
Some of them are not nice.
Some of them are going to be definitely part of a worst day. And to begin, a lot of you guys said no Genie Plus, especially in Hollywood Studios. If you don't know, Disney's Hollywood Studios has some of the biggest attractions in Disney World, but also the fewest. So the lines can definitely get really long, and Genie Plus is one that we think that you definitely need in this park, but not for us today.
Not today.
We're gonna do some line waiting. Miranda just checked wait times, and it looks like Rise of the Resistance is actually down. So our next longest wait, the sun is shining and the toys are singing. And we're headed to Toy Story Land or Slinky Dog. One thing you guys really wanted to see, a lot of you wanted to see, was us standing in line for Slinky Dog. Slinky Dog famously has one of the most tough, is that the right way to put it? One of the hardest queues to stand in. Oh, look at them go. She's perfect. But Slinky Dog has famously one of the most difficult lines to stand in. I think that's the best way to phrase it.
Yes.
There is little shade. It's a long queue. And even once you're inside underneath the shade, you are jam-packed in there, so it is warm. This is one of my least favorite queues in all of Disney World to stand in, and we're about to stand in it for about 130 minutes.
Yay!
So here we go. Worst day underway.
We are here at Slinky Dog Dash. Now there is a height requirement of 38 inches for this ride. This is a great family coaster, first time coaster, as long as your kiddo meets that requirement. Highly recommend this ride. It's a very easy coaster. I love it. It's one of my favorites. Toy Story Land is my favorite land, and this is a very fun and joyful coaster that takes you through Andy's backyard on the back of Slinky Dog.
What's happening?
This is very long.
It is. But when I tell you that I have waited all the way back to in front of Toy Story Mania for this ride, and we're already underneath the covering.
Shade, so this is not adding up to the worst day.
We have our timer on.
We do.
We are gonna let you guys know if this is truly one of the worst lines we'll wait in. But when you think, okay, this is a long line, sometimes you might be surprised. So first pro tip, keep those timers running so you can kind of gauge if Disney's being 100% accurate.
I agree, because my favorite thing to do is real time versus wait time in Disney World, because it's fun to just really see if it matches. Sometimes you're lucky and sometimes you're not.
Sometimes you're not at all.
Let's see.
And I've done a whole series on sometimes that Disney, it's not always super accurate. So go check out any of those crowd videos. I've done one in every single park. You can see how accurate they are. All right, we have been in line for exactly 39 minutes, and we can already see the signs back here. So
I don't think it's going to be the full 120.
I don't think 120 at all. And I also always tell everyone, once you can start seeing those kind of how to load examples or the screens that tell you you're about to get on the ride and how to do so, you're getting pretty darn close. So I'm feeling good. Part of a worst day is definitely getting stuck in long lines. And even though this one is flying by, it's also, you just have to wait. That's just part of it, okay? My favorite way to kind of like speed up that long wait when you're inevitably going to get stuck in it is I love playing games on my phone and always having a book with me. What do you do?
I'm a podcast girl, so like any podcast where I'll watch YouTube videos, especially if I have headphones. I did not bring headphones today.
Yeah, because we have each other.
To the worst day.
Yeah, well we also have each other, which is a lot easier.
Yeah.
But sometimes,
I myself, like,
solo. Sometimes though, being stuck with your family in long lines can be part of a worse day. Yeah. So we recommend getting like popcorn, snacks, things to help distract, and definitely having games to play.
Agreed.
Okay, 68 minutes, right on the dot. Half the time that Disney said. So if you're getting in line and you think this is the worst thing ever, all of that to be said, this was not part of a worst day. The fact that it was half the time that it said it would be. But if you think it's a worst day, you're feeling bogged down, don't lose hope just yet.
Don't lose
hope.
hope.
It might not be a worst day. That's your number one tip. Keep the attitude up. We have made it, and we got the last row. This is my favorite row. I think it goes the fastest. Where's your favorite, front of Slinky Dog or the back?
I'm half and half. I enjoy both, but I think the back is like, it adds the fun.
I agree. I think it adds the fun. Also, I can't stop looking at my reflection in your sunglasses.
Wow, Emma, stop being obsessed with
hilarious.
yourself.
No, it's just because Kermit's there. And look at him.
You're obsessed with Kermit.
He's so cute. Yeah, I am. He's gonna go so fast. He's already going so fast. Woo! Legit a tear rolling down my face.
I have the sunglasses. Oh, the hair.
I love your hair.
It went off.
Beautiful. I love
It
it.
went full afro. More afro.
Thank you. This is so much scarier in the back.
That adds to the worst day. That's hard.
I cannot lie to you guys. Lines in Disney World are inevitable.
They are.
They can definitely add to a worse day because that's just a lot of your park time in line. But then you get to go on something like that.
I love it. That's one of my favorite rides here.
I love it. Slinky Dog is definitely one of my favorites. I think it's a great ride for your first time kiddos trying to get on that roller coaster and see how they feel about it.
Yes.
If you're unsure, the back is definitely faster than the front, so maybe ask for the middle or front if you're kind of testing the waters.
Agreed.
I also don't know that this is for everyone.
Yeah.
If you're not big into kind of smooth roller coasters, you like something that's a little bit more jarring, maybe this one isn't for you. Save your park time, but for us,
It was
pretty good.
It was good. I love a good thrill, and this one's super fun for me. Definitely that family coaster, first time coaster. If you don't like roller coaster, I have friends that hate roller coasters, and I've gotten them on this one. So
it's a good one. Crowds are looking pretty big today, but I think Disney may have fudged a little bit about the lines, at least this morning. So I'm feeling good about this worst day. And remember, part of a worst day is finding those silver linings. However, for our next suggestion, you guys really wanted us to eat at what is arguably one of the worst quick services in all of Hollywood studios. So Pizza Rizzo is one of the lowest rated, how cute she is, one of the lowest rated quick services in all of Hollywood studios. It has a 7, a little bit of change, but a 7 on AllEars.net. You guys do not like this one. It has pizzas, salads, and a few other options, a few dessert things, but overall, it's just bubble pizza. You guys don't love it, and we're gonna let you know how we feel about it and if we think it's part of a worse day. Okay, have you ever eaten here?
I have not.
I have.
It's so low rated.
I have, and sometimes it might live up to that rating. We're gonna test it though, and we're gonna see how we feel today.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I guess.
All right, we made it over to Pizza Rizzo. We did our mobile order, and we both actually got the vegetable pizza. It's a cheese pizza with mushrooms, peppers, onions, and tomatoes. And then with all of the full-size entrees, you do get a side. We both chose the Caesar salad. pretty excited to see how this tastes. This is the first time I've ever gotten the vegetable pizza, and this is Miranda's first ever time getting pizza Rizzo at all. Last time it simply was not.
This is my first time having pizza Rizzo, and there's reasons for that. I'm hoping that those reasons are not extremely valid today, but let's give it a taste. I got the veggie pizza like Emma did.
You just took your first bite. I'm gonna take a bite, and I want to hear what you have to say while I'm testing it out.
It's very soupy in the middle for some odd reason. Maybe it's like the juices of the vegetables, maybe. There's good flavor and there's good potential, but the soupiness in the middle of the pizza, not 100% on that one.
Okay. To me, this is just a normal pizza. I understand why people do not choose this when they're at Hollywood Studios. Hollywood Studios has some really fun options. Woody's Lunchbox, ABC Commissary since it got its refurbishment, Ronto Roasters, Docking Bay 7. There's a lot of really exciting options.
Woody's Lunchbox, this is my favorite place.
This is not one of them.
No.
This is not bad though. I have to say, if you have a picky kiddo or maybe you're picky yourself, this is a great option. It is just a normal pizza. The cheese and pepperoni pizza, I've had both of those. They're just normal. They remind me of almost like a Papa John's pizza. Very fluffy, but not super exciting. I
appreciate that it's not super oily. And maybe it is oily and it's kind of mixed in with like the soupy juices of the vegetables in there. And I'm just not noticing it, but I do love that it's not super oily.
Yeah. I like that you can add crushed red pepper and the Parmesan cheese on it. Do I think you should go out of your way to get this one? No, I think you should probably do some other options. But if your kids really want pizza, I think this is okay.
It's a fair option.
We also have a Caesar salad to try, so let's try that.
It's not bad. It needs some more spice, maybe some pepper or crushed red pepper. And I think it honestly does need more dressing. I love Caesar salad to be like soaking in dressing. Maybe that's just me, but it's good. Is it great? No, I would give it a 5 out of 10. Not any knowledge, this is not needed information of the day, but I love these ears so much behind here, but I'm dressed as Jessie today, but I just can't decide, so I'm wearing both for the time being.
All ears.
She's all ears.
Every ear.
All of them.
Well, I obviously scarfed mine down, so it can't be that bad. Although I have to say, I trust our readers. I don't think this is the best, and I would consider it towards the bottom of our all ears options. But what do you think that you're a first timer, a first time pizza Rizzoer? What do you think?
Would I come back on purpose? No, I would not.
Scathing reviews, scathing.
I would not come back on purpose. It's not it for me. It's okay, especially if you have picky eaters or if you yourself only like a few different items. It's okay. I did not think it was great.
I will say I have seen Jack Black wearing a Pizza Rizzo shirt, and it does impact how I feel about it because I love Jack Black, and School of Rock is how I built my personality. So if you guys have seen that photo of Jack Black in the Pizza Rizzo shirt, you guys will get it. Thank you, Jack Black, for standing up for something that other people won't, and that's Pizza Rizzo.
Okay, we're trying to figure out where we're headed next, and you guys really want us to ride Rise? What is the wait time?
140 minutes.
Okay.
And for Rise,
that's probably accurate. We're gonna see where we end up in line. Silver lining. No. This is the worst day, but also we're gonna make it the best worst day ever. You actually have tears, Miranda. No, this is gonna be fine. It's gonna be the best worst day ever, I promise.
Okay.
So we are on our way to what I think Miranda might definitely consider part of her worst day.
I'm not happy.
And that means standing in line for Rise of the Resistance at its full length. It is a little bit past midday, so this is definitely going to be towards the height of that wait time. It's gonna be interesting. We're gonna get in line and we're gonna tell you how to handle it if that happens on your worst day at Disney World.
Before I introduce our ride here, I'm a little nervous. You know, I see some clouds, and I did not bring an umbrella. Did you bring an umbrella?
Well, no, because you guys said don't. When we asked you on Instagram, you guys said don't bring your ponchos.
Yeah.
So we didn't.
We didn't.
We're gonna handle it.
Okay.
Best worst day ever.
We might have a Florida shower here, and
that just happens in Florida.
That's
happens just something you're gonna
daily.
deal with. So we're gonna tell you how.
We are here at Rise of the Resistance. Now, this ride is incredible. It really puts you in the world of Star Wars, makes you feel a part of it. And I feel silly kind of saying ride. It's really a whole experience at 18 minutes long, and I love it. It's for all of those kiddos, all of those family members that love Star Wars. This is a highly recommended ride. Even if you don't like Star Wars, this is one that you want to prioritize in your Disney World vacation. I can see the line from outside the gates, if you will, the entrance.
Yeah. I do think our luck might have ran out with Slinky because this is a hefty line.
This one's pretty true.
We have each other.
I mean, I do love you, but like, I don't want to be in this line.
I know, but it's a worse day.
Aside from the clouds, it is a cloudy day, and that's not adding to the worst day. I do appreciate the clouds covering up the sun, the heat. It is pretty hot. Whatever you say the temperature was today?
The temperature actually wasn't as bad for Orlando. The high was 78.
78? That's not bad. That's a good December temperature here in Florida.
78.
78. If, you know, it's Florida. You know, it is what it is. A lot of the time that you're going to wait in this line is spent outside. So something to consider, just kind of like Slinky Dog, you are outside in that sun.
Something I have experienced that has truly made a real worse day, like when I was here as a guest, was getting sunburnt horribly. So some of my advice is always have your sunscreen, bring extras, bring backups. Quincy has literally showed up just with a pale Casper-esque sheen on her, and I think I can't support anything more. That has made a real day a worse day for me, and it was just because I didn't prepare, so keep that in mind.
For my girlies that are a darker complexion like me, wear your sunscreen still. You will get sunburnt. Your skin still needs to be protected because skin cancer is a real thing. Even if we think that we do not burn, that does not matter. It does not matter. Skin cancer is a real thing. That's all I gotta say. So we've been in the quote-unquote sun, clouds technically, but for about 20 minutes now. And as you can see, we are very close to being under cover. We're getting there. That's not bad. 20 minutes is not bad.
We're 70 minutes in, and we started playing this game called What Does Miranda Know About Star Wars? And we're finding out it's nothing.
I don't know much.
I want you right now to give your best Star Wars impression. It can be any character, anybody. I just want to hear you do it.
BB-8.
Oh, hey! Listen, I got it. I guessed it.
I have watched Star Wars.
She has.
Is it my favorite thing? No.
The thing about Miranda and I is we don't share a lot of the exact same interests outside of like Disney, but we educate each other on everything, and I love it. It's
You like the Muppets and Star Wars? I like princesses.
Yeah, it's literally like yin and yang. It's amazing. Just a few more minutes.
Just a few more minutes, maybe seconds, until we get to stop the timer.
Disney stops their timers at the pre-show, just so you guys know.
Yes. The moment we've been waiting for. And we are here. 1:34.
Is everyone assembled? Good.
say that is one of my favorite rides in Disney World.
True.
I have a great time on that ride. And even though a long line can be a part of a worst day, I think that one's worth it.
It's worth it. It's so worth it.
But sometimes that's just what you have at Disney World.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to get used to those long lines, especially if you're not gonna utilize Genie Plus. And we think there's lots of ways to do it.
Yes.
Getting drinks and snacks before you get in line, having those games to play, having your people to talk to.
Agreed.
Lots of ways that you can get through those worst lines without making it that bad.
Correct. I agree. And for this, you wait a really long time. It's a full 18-minute experience, which is insane. It's crazy. I love it. It really makes you feel like you're a part of Star Wars, which I love.
And even if you're not a big Star Wars fan, it's still amazing and still worth the wait.
100%.
How do you follow that up? Then getting some milk. Are you excited? No. You guys really want us to try that blue and green milk? No. It's very controversial. So here we go. Worst day. This is the best worst day.
Why are you excited about the blue milk?
This is the best worst day I've ever had.
B-roll. On our way to get some blue milk. Boom, 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 boom.
Our next stop on our worst day ever tour is the blue milk stand. And while this one might be a little bit controversial, it's definitely a 50-50. The blue milk, you can get it in blue or green, is not officially milk. Milk is a loose term because it's really more of a rice milk. It's gonna be interesting. People, you love it or you hate it. And this is Miranda's first try.
I have never had the blue-green milk. Just got to keep it real with you. I have never had it. So this is going to be a true test, a true opinion. I've never had it because it's never sounded appealing or appetizing to me. Blue-green milk? No. But for you, I will do pretty much anything. So here's the real test. I like rice milk, so I have somewhat higher hopes, but the words blue milk,
it is off-putting. I understand it. We're gonna try it now. You can only get blue and green milk here. You can actually get both of them spiked if you're interested. We will not be doing that today, but it's always an option if you're in Galaxy's Edge. Okay, we have our milks.
We do.
So I have the green milk. It's a plant-based blend of coconut and rice milk with a zippy citrus and tropical characteristics. Nice.
And I have the blue milk, which is a plant-based blend of coconut and rice milk with alluring fruity characteristics.
Oh, nice. So I know a lot of people who they will like the blue milk or they'll like the green milk. I say we give them both a try and then you can give your full first-time review. You look so scared.
Very.
Worst day. Cheers.
What's cheery about it?
That it's the worst. Right. So I will have to say while Miranda collects her thoughts, I've had the blue milk several times. I prefer the blue milk. This to me almost tastes too florally. It gives me the same vibes as a perfume would. Potentially tastes like a perfume smells. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't.
I do.
Mm-hmm. The texture doesn't bother me. It is like almost like a slushy, but it's very, very florally. The citrus kind of cuts through a little bit towards the end, but I think this is a very specific flavor as far as the green goes. Heavy on the floral tones is really what I would say.
This tastes like a Skittle.
Oh my god, that's genius.
It tastes like a Skittle. It literally tastes like a Skittle.
Yes. Which Skittle?
I don't know.
Do they have different flavors?
They do have different flavors. It's just a mixture of Skittles. And what's weird is that it's like icy. It's not milk. It's like there's little ice.
It really is truly rice milk.
It is rice milk. It is icy. It's not as bad as I thought. It tastes like a Skittle, and I love Skittles. So.
Oh no, that's awesome.
I'm confused.
You have to try this one now. So we went and got straws so we could try each other's.
Cheers again. Cheers again. I'm a little less anxious. No, I don't like this one.
Yeah, I definitely prefer this one.
I don't like things that taste like a candle.
Yeah, I think the Skittles thing for this is really, it's pretty on par. I think that's a great comparison.
You don't like
I don't like it. Okay, that's absolutely fair. People feel very strongly about both of these drinks.
True.
I think, maybe this is going out on a limb, if you're a huge Star Wars fan and you know what it is a must try.
Yeah.
Not for the flavors, not because it's that delicious, but because it's really nostalgic and it's really cool to say that you got to try it. That being said, do I think these are absolutely must tries because of the flavor? No, I don't.
No.
We have talked a lot about all of our worst things, what you guys think are the worst things to do.
Yeah.
But one thing that I think is important to say is when it comes to lines or food or all of the things that make your day the worst or quote unquote not the best, is don't do them. That's one of the best advices that we have.
Yeah.
Maybe don't choose to ride Slinky Dog at peak time. We think rope dropping is super imperative and really important, especially if you're trying to get through all of the rides here. Definitely consider rope dropping. You can check out all of the options with Genie Plus in the Genie Plus challenge that Miranda, Craig, and Quincy did. There's a lot of different ways that you can avoid those lines, and you also can choose better quick services or choose not to have the milk if that doesn't appeal to you, like it doesn't to Miranda. There's lots of things that you can do that help make a crazy busy day at Disney World not the worst. So it seems you guys and Miranda agree. Unfortunately for me, Muppet Vision 3D is on the list for today. You guys said Muppet Vision was kind of not one of your favorites, but I definitely love it. It's a 17-minute long show hosted by the Muppets themselves, and they're bringing you into Muppet Laboratories to learn all about their newest invention. I'm very excited. Miranda's dreading the whole thing, and most people do think this is a part of a worst day, but I'm gonna show you.
It is.
It doesn't have to be.
It is.
That's a choice. Are you so excited?
No.
Well, maybe if you put on your Muppet Vision 3D glasses, you'd be more excited.
The technician didn't tell me to yet.
Well, okay. I'm still just as excited.
Orchestra of Gremlins! Yeah, probably took the job for the hell of it.
Well, my new 3DX gonna shower you all with humor. Ah! Waka waka!
Getting the screen sourpuss. Not everybody can enjoy a Muppet humor, and I think that still rings true.
I didn't like it.
It is definitely part of some people's worst day, but realistically, a worst day is going to be chocked full of things that maybe you don't want to do, especially if you're with a big group. So part of it is just compromise. That's the best way to have a good day. We do this all the time in our best day evers, and sometimes it might be part of your worst day, but you just have to compromise with your friends or with your family.
I'm glad you liked it.
Thank you for
You
compromising.
and your crony. I'm glad you liked it.
It's not part of everyone's best day, but pro tip, be willing to compromise or be willing to take a nap, because that theater is a great place to do it. Well, we came to Fantasmic, not that we get to see it,
No.
because this is our worst day.
Which this one's not nice for me because this is my favorite show in all of Disney.
This one is definitely one of my favorite shows as well, but we both really agree a worst day in Disney World is missing Fantasmic or just not being able to get in line early enough. Fantasmic just came back this year. It is a amazing show with characters like Sorcerer Mickey, Pocahontas, Aladdin, Elsa, Moana. There's so many. It's amazing, beautiful music, really long, wonderful show though. But we won't be watching it this evening. Final thoughts on our worst day ever.
Worst
What are you
day.
thinking?
I'm sad I missed Fantasmic.
I'm
sad that we
heartbroken.
didn't get to do that.
Yeah.
I did not enjoy Blue Milk, the pizza, or Muppets. So
Okay, that's absolutely fair.
Yeah.
I did not love those long lines, and I hated skipping Fantasmic, which really it's kind of realistic though, because I have missed Fantasmic due to poor timing on my own park trips. So I didn't love it. It truly was a combination of the things that could make your day the worst day in Disney World. But I think what's really important is a lot of this was based on how we chose to go about our day. You don't have to do those things. If you want, you can utilize Genie Plus, skip those lines. Or you can have games on your phone, you can have snacks in line, drinks in line. You can always
fun.
make it fun. You can prioritize Fantasmic, so you have to get a spot. You don't have to watch Muppets if it's not your thing, or you can take a nap when you're watching Muppets. There's lots of ways to handle it. You can choose better quick services. Lots of things that can help you avoid the worst day ever.
I agree 100%. There are so many ways to have a good day in Disney World. You gotta think good thoughts, you know, let all the negativity aside. There's gonna be some mix-ups and your day's not always gonna go perfect. That doesn't exist. So just keep on going, figure it out, try to find a good way out of a bad situation.
Absolutely. And when you've spent thousands of dollars to be here and to spend your time here, it can be super frustrating for everything to not be perfect. But it's all, you know, everybody's here for the same reasons. A lot of people have spent the same amount of money. So just try to remember you're in Disney World, and any day in Disney World is better than a bad day or a good day at home.
If you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe.
Now go watch me, Fry Bucket, and Quincy have the best day ever in Hollywood Studios. See you there!